Hi, my name's Olivia and I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager at 41 Portland Place, and today I'm in conversation with Eve all about my career journey so far in the events and wedding industry. We've got a lot to get through, so let's get started. So my career journey has been amazing so far and a bit of a whirlwind, that's for sure. I started my journey within CH&Co over 5 years ago now. So it was 2016 and I started as an apprentice within the company. So my role was events assistant within ITA Venues, which is now known as Eve. My career then developed when I was promoted to wedding and private event executive within the renowned RSA House, which is the Royal Society of Arts. So it was kind of my job to rebuild the wedding brand and business within the venue, and I had a lot of fun whilst doing that. And then within about a year within that role, I was then promoted to senior event executive at the venue. So then I was overseeing all things corporate events and also whilst overseeing the wedding side of the business because of my experience in that role. Fast forward to now, and I've just started as within the role as Sales and Marketing Manager at 41 Portland Place. So I'm really excited for this next chapter and to see what it brings, and I'm excited to learn along the way and be able to develop. So I'd say the highlight of my career would be winning the Unsung Hero Award at the Higher Space Awards. So I was 20 years old and I just started out in the industry, and having to stand up in front of hundreds of new industry peers was pretty daunting, but it was such an amazing experience, and I was so shocked that I'd won and I couldn't believe it, and it was an amazing night that I'll never forget. Ever since school really, when I sat in career advice meetings and sat with the career advisor and talked about what I wanted to do with my life, we were made to do kind of personality tests, so they match your skill set to what career you might be good at, and all that ever came up in the different styles of tests that I did was events management. And I think it's such a key thing to be able to say that you know that you're going to love what you do, and the fact that I could be organised and organise events and do that for a living was a big thing for me, because I'm a very organised person. I always have been, ever since the days of having family around for dinner and making, matching place cards and menus and organising the agenda of the evening. That's always been something that I loved. So I knew that I'd really enjoy it. I think since joining the events industry, there's nothing else that I'd want to do. I think the network of people in the industry is amazing. The people you get to meet, especially within our venue portfolio, all of my colleagues, we all learn so much off one another, and we're all different in ways, and we're all so supportive of one another. So that's something that I love about the events industry as well. I think it's probably a cliche, but one of the main perceptions about the events industry that a lot of people assume that don't work within the industry is that events management is very glamorous, and you're walking around and with a clipboard and you're sipping champagne whilst at events, and it's very much not that way. And I think if anything, that's been an amazing thing to learn and to kind of see all of the hard work that goes on behind the scenes at an event. So from the person greeting you on arrival, the person that's coordinated the event, the person cooking your food. Without all of these people, events wouldn't happen and wouldn't be the way that they are. So for someone that's looking to get involved in the event industry and start their journey throughout the industry, one piece of advice that I would say, and that I was told when I started, would be to get involved in absolutely everything that you possibly can. So if it's going to help develop you and flourish your career, then absolutely do it. If something scares you, or if you feel nervous about something, it's normally because it's the next step, or you're being pushed outside your comfort zone, which is never a bad thing. My next piece of advice would be to have a good network of people around you. So from colleagues, building relationships with them, to reaching out to people on LinkedIn, and just building a really good network of people is an amazing thing to do, because the more people you have around you, the better. I think the three main skills to have if you're looking to do events is, the first one being organisation. You just have to be an organised person to work in events, and always be one step ahead and have all of your ducks in a row, and be organised is so important. The second thing would be to over plan. So to be over cautious and have that plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D is so important, because with events there's always going to be something around the corner and something unexpected that you didn't plan for, and that's just the way that it is sometimes, whether it be a supplier running late or a problem with something. You never know what could happen, so to have that plan A, plan B, plan C is really helpful. And finally, the last thing is to have kind of empathy and compassion with others. So I think I've learned that a lot from weddings, and that's really helped kind of shape me and how I kind of liaise with customers. But to be able to bring that over to corporate and really understand what the event organiser is looking to achieve and what the purpose of their event is, that can really help deliver an amazing event. Thank you so much for listening to my conversation with Eve. I've had a wonderful time looking back and reflecting on my career journey so far. I hope that my experience and my career journey inspires the next generation of event professionals. Thank you so much. Bye.